Thesis 21. The surrender of the will is the surrender of the power of choice, but we use our power of choice to surrender it. We give up our power of choice toward behavior. We keep our power of choice toward relationship. Please get out your magnifying glass and join me in looking very closely at one page, page 47, in the book Steps to Christ. Many are inquiring, how am I to make the surrender of myself to God? You desire to give yourself to Him, but you are weak in moral power, in slavery to doubt, and controlled by the habits of your life of sin. Your promises and resolutions are like ropes of sand. You cannot control your thoughts, your impulses, your affections. The knowledge of your broken promises and forfeited pledges weakens your confidence in your own sincerity, and causes you to feel that God cannot accept you, but you need not despair. End quote. The first time I read that, I said, how did the author of Steps to Christ know me so well? But the page had good news. It said, quote, you need not despair. What you need to understand is the true force of the will. End quote. That's right, I thought. I don't have enough force to my will. I can't stay out of the cookie jar. I can't make myself go jogging. I can't control my temper. I need more willpower. And I'd start in again with the promises and resolutions, made with ropes of sand, and end up right where I had started. It was so discouraging that before too many times, whenever I would come to page 47, I'd say, oh, that again, and skip to page 49. But the explanation is inherent in the context, if you take the time to really look at it. Quote, what you need to understand is the true force of the will. This is the governing power in the nature of man, the power of decision, or of choice. End quote. So what is the will? The power of choice. There is a vast difference between the will, the power of choice, and willpower, self-discipline, or backbone. So let's continue reading, and substitute, the power of choice, the synonym that the context gives for the word, will. Quote, everything depends on the right action of the will. Okay, substitute. Everything depends on the right action of the power of choice. The power of choice God has given to men, it is theirs to exercise. You cannot change your heart, you cannot of yourself give to God its affections, but you can choose to serve Him. You can give Him your will. You can give Him your power of choice. He will then work in you to will and to do according to His good pleasure. Thus your whole nature will be brought under the control of the Spirit of Christ. Many will be lost while hoping and desiring to be Christians. They do not come to the point of yielding the will to God. They do not come to the point of yielding the power of choice to God. Through the right exercise of the will, power of choice, an entire change may be made in your life. By yielding up your will, power of choice, to Christ, you ally yourself with the power that is above all principalities and powers. You will have strength from above to hold you steadfast, and thus through constant surrender to God you will be enabled to live the new life, even the life of faith. Steps to Christ, pages 47 and 48. End quote. But it takes using your power of choice to give up your power of choice. It's the distinction between behavior and relationship once again. We give up our power of choice toward behavior. We keep our power of choice toward relationship. As we continue to choose to enter into a daily personal relationship with Christ, He works in us, to will and do of His good pleasure. We cannot bring ourselves to the point of giving up our will, another term for surrender. But we can consent for Christ to do the work, by placing ourselves in His hands as we seek a personal relationship with Him.